Hello everyone, good morning, hope all is going well. Heading out to knock down a tree here. I don't do tree work, but the tree's down. I got one of my customers, one of my loyal customers who's been sticking with me strong this season, never had an issue with payment and nothing like that. Pretty cool old lady. She got a tree that fell down over a fence line that she wanted me to go ahead and chop up and get out of here because she keeps getting citations about it. So I'm gonna head over and knock that down and get her going, call it off. Charged $100 to get it down. This tree down is not that big, but you know, a tree down is just like a tree up, you know, from what I hear. You charge the same price. But I'll show you guys a little bit of footage of knocking it down. So this is the customer's house. I'm gonna go peep this fence and see what it's looking like. More than likely I'll be knocking this down on another day, but at the moment there's a branch that fell off right here and it's over the fence line, as you see. Let's go around and see what it looked like. Ooh. So that last hurricane that came through Charleston within the last, I think, about 3 months ago, it pretty much broke that big tree right there. As you see, it's a pretty big tree. Huge. So this is what I'll be cutting up here. I don't know if you can notice, but there's pretty much a ditch kind of here. So I'm gonna cut this up. I'm estimating it'll probably take me about maybe 30 minutes. I'm gonna be using my cheap Pullin Pro chainsaw and get it done with that. It's a Pullin Pro. I actually I bought it from at the beginning of the season from somebody who just had bought it and cut down a little small tree in their yard, and they didn't need it anymore because they didn't have any more trees to cut, so they sold it. It was literally brand new in the box. I put a little wear on it since I've had it, but for the most part it works pretty well. But a buddy of mine was telling me the secret sauce to this chainsaw thing is making sure you got bar oil, because the chain got to be pretty lubricated, stay lubricated through the process of cutting something. And here it is. Got to make sure you got bar oil so that chain slides fast and it doesn't get hung up at all. As you see, that's pretty low. So I went to Ace Hardware, went and got some bar chain oil, lubricating oil. It is a difference, you know. I had to one point a buddy, he put some regular oil, and I'm thinking that the texture of the oil is different, and it probably didn't work just the same, but he had issues eventually and he figured out he was using the wrong oil. But he doesn't cut trees also, so he didn't know. So got that filled up and got a little bit of play in this. I might tighten this up a little bit more just so it don't fling off when I'm using it. Usually every time I use it, for some reason the chain slings off. I'm pretty sure there's something I'm probably not doing right with it, but I'll figure it out eventually. If you guys know what it is, feel free to let me know. Fire it up. So guys, I was fighting with this tree for a great while, but I eventually got it done. I estimated the time it would take me to do this job was 30 minutes, and boy was I wrong. It took me about an hour exactly cutting time. It took me 15 minutes to get everything loaded up and get it out. But I would suggest you guys definitely have a good chainsaw. The chainsaw I used wasn't very good. It was just a starter one, but I eventually got the job done. Work with what you got until you get what you need.